G'day. So if you wear glasses, you absolutely need this. You cannot live without this. Now, what is this, right? Firstly, you've got a little key ring here, so you can clip this to your keys, chuck it in your toiletries bag, keep it in your suitcase, something like that. So I keep it in my toiletries bag, so it's absolutely essential. It's really useful for travel. At home, I don't really need it all that much, but for travel, this thing is an absolute lifesaver. So what is it? Firstly, on the front here, we have a 3mm hex key. So if anything on your glasses has hex nuts and it becomes loose, then you can use that top and screw that straight back in. That's the first feature. Don't use that all that much. The most important feature is on the inside. So what you do is you got these little O-rings on the side here that kind of hold it all together, and you just grab the front and you unscrew that, and voila, you've got a tiny little Phillips screwdriver. So why is that useful? Some glasses, if you're especially out on vacation and a little screw here will come loose, this will then start wobbling, or even worse, one of your lenses will come loose, so the screws down there will come loose, and then your whole lens can fall out and you can lose it. So absolutely terrible. I've had it happen to me multiple times on vacation. So that's where this thing, I just do not go anywhere without this thing anymore. So the Phillips there, and then if you unscrew it again, you then have a slotted screwdriver. So that little flat head, that's what really comes useful, because at least most of my glasses have little slotted screws just there. So probably doesn't pick it up on that one all that well. This might be a little bit easier to see. So for example, just up there, you can see we've got that screw, and you just come right in. It is the perfect size. This is designed for glasses and designed to be tiny, so you can literally, just like I said, have it in your toiletries bag, in your whatever, even in your pocket, or just on your keys, and you can see that. So for example, while you're out and about, if one of these screws gets loose, that will loosen up and you can lose that. Your whole thing can fall off, and if they're your only glasses on vacation, that's obviously a terrible time. So this thing's an absolute lifesaver. Comes right in, and that's it. So the reason I don't really use this at home is because I've got a lot of these good screwdrivers on the side here. Yeah, that's it. So those two there are the exact same size. It's going to be hard to show, but there we go. So this is a wearer, but this is 0.3mm, so 0.3mm thickness and 1.8mm in width this way. So we basically have that screwdriver, and on this side here, we probably have a Phillips 00. Yep, so that's exactly it there. Again, grabbing that screwdriver there. Exactly the same size, so obviously tiny, but that's a Phillips 00. So what you effectively have is these two screwdrivers together. So again, if something breaks at home, I come to my bench, use these, but if I'm traveling, this thing's an absolute lifesaver. Pops in, it screws it together. I've got these little nice O-rings that kind of just add a little bit of pressure and hold it together. So it's really nice. The whole thing is only just over 2 inches or 6cm long, so tiny, and in diameter, it's less than 0.5 centimeter, so absolutely tiny. This keyring at the back here as well, you can take this off if you don't like it, so you kind of just wobble it a little bit, that comes loose. I don't really use it on my keys, so I don't need that. I just have it like this, like I said, sitting in my toiletries bag. So there's links down below. Absolutely grab this, grab a couple of this, chuck them in all your bags. This is super handy, and trust me, this will be a lifesaver when you're out and about, your glasses get loose, you want to tighten them up and fix them. So there we go, links below, check it out, and as always, have a good one.